Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Innkeeper, and today I would like to welcome you all back to the lands of light. We were successful in defending against the undead hordes near Streakmore, beating battle after army after wave, whatever you want to call it, of undead villainous scum. Darkness was emerged and brightened by the glory of the light. It was fantastic. Don't know how I managed to make an intro so kind of okay and bland, but not bland and okay, because I was meant to say grand. Don't know what I'm saying anymore. Let's have a look at our outfit right here. As you can see, we're looking a bit worse for wear, I suppose. Everyone right now isn't in a... Well, let's say that again. They're in a very good mood. Everyone right now is eager, which is quite nice. And then some of them are in good spirits, which is always good to see. I'm going to swap over our ranged weapons. We have plenty of armaments to sell. Burped a little bit there. To the nearby inhabitants. Good. The only issue we really have is the lack of tools. Well, okay, one of the issues we have. We need to have 38 tools. What? 38 tools. Great. In order to fully repair our group right here, we have to remember we were in about 5-6 skirmishes. It wasn't... It was pretty dire, especially on the final engagement against some of those Red Guard, I believe, are what they were called. Very damaging, but we were very lucky in the spawning of the swamp biome, and not to mention some rolls that ended up working out in our favor. Quite nice for a change, to be honest. It does make up for a few unfortunate high percent chance misses that became a staple of the series, as it were. We do need to get another person into our company, however, and probably someone of quite high stature as well. We do have a significant amount of money, however, we are probably going to get a little bit more than that because of all the goods that we have to sell. It's where we go next that really matters. To be honest, I kind of want to go up north towards Hardenfast, or Hardenfast. Sell my goods there, and then probably make my way over to sort of this region of the map, see what's going on. I always spend my time over here, so this bit's sort of a little bit neglected. So I could make my way over to Turnberg right there and cross over to the mountains. Got to be careful, though. Before we do that, let's see if there's anything we can buy here. There's some really expensive tools. Tell you what, it might be a better idea, because I know there's an iron vein here. We might want to go to Gettysburg first and then make our way up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the iron mine means tools are cheaper. I don't think the blast furnace means tools are cheaper. No, so this is armor. Okay. Then a workshop. Oh, wait, no. Pretty making all kinds of tools and other supplies need to keep carts and machines working. Carts and machines working. Does that include cheaper tools and supplies? Don't really know, but we're going to make our way over here first just because it is a little bit closer. And hopefully... Ooh. Oh, got really scared there. What have they got? A few war dogs. They got a knight. Interesting. I don't think even their outfits or their armies, as it were, their groups are even as good as some of the undead and even bandits or brigands that are lying in wait around these lands right now. Even the brigands in these areas are a little bit insane. 230 tool. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I might buy 3, actually. We do need to have quite a large number, so I will buy that. Do I need the bill hook? Oh, wait a minute. Armor. Do you have... No, unfortunately, you don't have an axe. I was hoping for a two-handed axe. That would be quite nice. However, I can't see one. We do have only one of... Well, 2 of them, right? Okay, yeah, we've got 2 of them. Maris and Usk. Not Maris. Maris and Rod. Kind of like the idea of Usk changing his battle standard over. But then again, I'm probably not fully grasping just how good the battle standard is in the hands of Usk. We have to remember... It is a 10% resolve increase for everyone within 4 tiles of the banner of the battle standard bearer. That's nearly 10 resolve for everyone. Out at the moment, 9.5. Quite a lot of resolve. So we have to keep a mind on that. 10 resolve for everyone is pretty insane. Considering everyone else around it has fairly low resolve, including Lombardo, in fact, which is quite surprising. I thought he had pretty good resolve. But I guess not. Frontline defense. I'm really annoyed dodge doesn't add on to the defense straight away. I guess initiative is sort of something that constantly changes in battle. I don't think I want to sell any of my goods here. I would prefer to sell them in a city where they're going to sell for a significantly higher amount. What I will do, however, is probably buy some food. You don't have any food. You have beer, but I don't think that's really going to suffice. Well, I mean, it might. I don't think the mail shirt is worthwhile. I'm starting to feel like our armor is dwindling. Not our armor. Our company, I think, is dwindling behind a little bit skill-wise. Because we have still got a large number of people in the early game. Well, not in the early game. We have a lot of cheap, profession-wise soldiers. Or mercenaries, as it were. Which means they've not really got the skill set to deal with enemies at this late in the game. Well, deal with them effectively. Some of them are fine, especially Usk, with the high percent chance with melee skill. You've got, there's some on the front line, though. You'd sort of hope all of them were beyond 60 at this point on melee skill. Shepherd is quite far behind, but he is a newbie. What was you're a militia. See, militia's sort of okay. There's 3 stars on fatigue, though, are quite nice. Mostly we have a fatigue problem. At the moment, Icarus is a bit low on fatigue. As you can see, 46. We do need to get him a few more perks that involve fatigue. Kind of feel like I could give a bunch of people recovery, because it does get to a point where we are running a little bit low. Not to mention, we do need healing supplies, don't we? We might have enough. Look at weapons. Ooh, okay. We can buy a long axe here if we want one. I really do. I completely forgot about noble swords. I would really like to have another one of those axes. Probably give it to Ragnar. Because we have found in the past that Ragnar isn't really that good at hitting people. So I'd rather just have the chance to destroy the armor of our opponents. The main issue we have to remember is destroying the armor of, let's say, the undead legionnaires, is that then they just use both of their action. I know everyone has about, I think it's 9 action points. Yeah, 9 action points. So you can either do 2 hits or 2 actions, essentially, for the most part. Shield block and hit, or 2 hits. And it does give them the chance to sort of hit us twice, which isn't ideal. But then again, the front line shield bearers of the undead aren't really the main damage dealers. It's the pikes in the back that I worry about. And getting to them quickly is really what I would like to do. So probably giving Ragnar the axe, giving him the axe mastery as well to increase the shield split ability damage. Not to mention less fatigue with doing anything with that weapon would be quite nice. The same thing with Rod and Marius as well. Marius already has it, which means he's got a dead polearm mastery skill, actually. Now that I think about it, he does. A little bit of a shame. I mean, we could give him another polearm, I suppose, but not really that big of a deal. So we'll probably end up doing that with Ragnar on his next level. I like the idea of having everyone in the back have anticipate, to be honest. I kind of want everyone to have anticipation. That might be my next bunch of skills, although Icarus and Shepherd still need the backstabber ability to get that surround hit chance bonus. But now that I think I'm going to buy this, yeah. I think that's definitely worthwhile. Ragnar, as we've found, they just don't get the hits. They're kind of bad when it comes to getting those hits. As for the bill hook, I think Neri already has one. Usk. I think the battle standard is better. It doesn't do as much damage, but I'm sort of saying the bonus that it has is quite potent. To the point where I'd think I'd rather use it. The main issue is that we're getting rid of a huge damage bonus. Because Usk always lands those hits. Or more so than not. That melee skill bonus, he has the best melee skill in the company. By quite a significant amount. We have to probably get Savox back into this group in case we get attacked. Everyone is injured right now, so there's not really any reason to not have him in there. We keep Icarus in the front, throw Savox onto the left-hand side right there. You could give Neria both of them. Oh, he's very close to leveling up. Very close. How about everyone else? Oh, Neria. Okay. And then a bunch of others as well. Maybe we can get into sort of a quick, easy fight. Well, it depends on our rolls, I suppose. If we get any decent rolls, then perhaps we will give it a go. There's a jet flying above my house. Anyway. I think Oscar's done well with this weapon. The damage has been lackluster, but things have gone well with him having it. So it's sort of one of those, if it's not broken, don't fix it kind of situations. We will leave that for now. Armor. Can't really afford anything right now. We could probably get the heater shield for some nice melee defense. Probably more preferred against our undead opponents. Who else has a heater shield? Just you, Shepherd. I kind of like the idea of Icarus having a heater shield. Unfortunately, it's not the same color. I'm sort of going for a red design, as you could probably tell. I think it is worth buying that shield, though. Although we have to remember, we got heater shields. Ancient Tower shield. Whoa! 20 on both. Minus 20 fatigue. Okay. That changes things a bit. That's a significant fatigue penalty. Hold on a second. What's the fatigue penalty on the heater shield? That's minus 14. But you don't also get the plus 5 range defense. Ooh, that tower shield might be quite nice. I don't know if the penalty is worthwhile, though. If we give that to Icarus, that's only an extra 4 fatigue. Although you do lose 5 on range defense, but you get plus 5 melee defense. Busted as well, which isn't great. I do think it's a nice shield. I'll tell you what, though, its durability is quite low, which is surprising, because I feel like it takes me forever to get through these things. Not to mention, it's... Oh, nah, I can't use it. For RP purposes, I can't use it. And then the coffin shield, which seems to be another variant of the kite shield. We are going to purchase this. I can't use it for RP purposes, okay? It's a weapon of the darkness, showered in hate and pain. We cannot let the light's grace of Icarus be tarnished by such a cursed shield. It won't protect him like the light does. Not to mention, we also have this heater shield right here. Well, in fact, Icarus should have this one. And I like the idea of probably giving Savox this one. I probably could give it to Jared, but Savox just always gets into crap. I don't know why. He always just gets utterly annihilated. And we probably will swap these over, depending on who we're going to fight against. But I think the heater shields are much better against the undead, because they don't have any ranged capabilities. So we're not really getting any bonuses. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure this is minus 2 on fatigue. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Anyway, whew, talking a lot right now. Do we want a war dog? I don't think so. Ooh, flat top helmet. I don't want to ruin the nice aesthetic that we have going on. Don't need any more ammunition. Do need a bit of food though, so we're gonna buy some of that. Probably some bread as well to keep us going. We have a bit of a journey ahead of us. Oh, not to mention, is this a city? Hold on a second. Don't keep it somewhere high over the surrounding mountains. What's my relation with you? Neutral. And if they have high relation, I think they... Okay, I could sort of make my way over to Schnellmark instead. But I have to go through the dismal woods with an undead invasion going on. Don't know if I like the idea of that so much. Let's make our way over here, because this is a city, a massive stone citadel. Yeah, we're going to go over here instead. This just seems to be a keep. So I'm really worried right now. Is it becoming nighttime or daytime? Ooh. Ooh, okay then. Savox suffers more wounds, apparently. Well, an infection. See, I'm really worried right now if there are any undead around us. If they are faster than us, then we're going to have a little bit of trouble. And we're so close. I don't know how long these legions or these endgame crises work. Or last. I don't know if we have to kill some sort of boss in order to finish it off. But I'm hoping the Light Crusaders can make it all the way to the end. Anything in here that we would like to have? There is a kennel. These are fairly cheap dogs. But they're only used to run people down. The undead don't run away. They never surrender. The darkness constantly fuels them. They believe in a thing called love. You could say. We very rarely come over here. Not to mention that the gateway is really awkwardly placed. Then again, it's going to be really difficult to besiege this area. Because I don't think you can get a battering ram through this weird clipping rock. That's what the peasants around it call it, the clipping rock. Okay, so it's definitely worthwhile to sell a bunch of our goods. I'm going to keep this billhook, however, because it's really good. As for everything else, I will send it... Well, I will sell some of it. I don't think I'm ever going to use a military pick. like I said, fatigue is a problem. Using some of these weapons just doesn't really work out. Same thing with the Morning Star as well. I've not really built my group around that kind of combat anyway, which I probably should have. But never did. We're going to keep these as well. I'm going to keep that hammer. I'm going to keep the hammer. I only want one person to be really good against armor. Actually, now that I think about it, what if I go up against orcs? Do they have good armor? The undead don't really have good armor. Even the legionnaires are sort of meh. I don't know. It's not a weapon I really use. I probably should learn how to use it. Gonna keep a hold of this. Maybe you guys have some insight as to whether or not it's even worthwhile. Actually, no, I already said RP purposes dictate that I'm not allowed to. Yep, very true. I'm selling it. Some people probably just screamed, "No, Innkeeper, why?" I got another one. It's gone now. It's gone now. We'll never see it again. So we've got ourselves up to 3,437 gold, which is quite nice. Going to keep everything else that we have right here. I'm going to sell that ancient sword, though. Also, these arming swords. Do I want to keep a hold of them? What have we got on the front line right now? Bunch of arming swords. Don't want to keep you with the boar spears. You can be good. But the spear wall ability is questionable sometimes. Sometimes it just doesn't go off. Well, sometimes, seems like most of the time, it doesn't really work. I don't know what the hit chance really is on that, if it is improved because you're prepared, as in the spear wall, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Right, other than this, I think we're fine. We do have a quest. Kind of worried about that, though. Let's see what the weaponsmith has to offer. Ooh, okay, a more expensive version of that axe. Some more warhammers for not as much as I was expecting, actually, but still quite a lot of money. What about the armorer? I was hoping for another heater shield. Unfortunately, not the case. Did I have a good look through the marketplace? Unfortunately, not the case. Did I have a look through the marketplace? Nearly there. Give me time. As for the training hall, this is far too expensive. Well, it feels like it at the moment. People to hire. Ooh. A witch hunter. And we don't really need another ranged combatant. Ooh, a disowned noble. They look already fairly kitted out, and they're only 2k. We've got a squire. Retired soldier. Much cheaper as well. Kind of might want to go for the retired soldier. We'll read their biography. Read their autobiographies. As a... What the hell? As a price to be paid for choosing his allies poorly in a war of succession, Hartwig was seen as being too ambitious, a dangerous trait amongst the nobility. A skilled fighter he may be, but Hartwig rarely talks about anyone but himself. Okay then, so he's probably going to have a few scenarios where he tries to, I don't know, grave rob or something, and we have to have a dilemma, as it were. Retired soldier. Once a sergeant in the army of a local lord, Dirk retired after a long and exemplary service. Absent of a military drill's barking, his life never felt so quiet. For a time, he felt at ease. As the land was consumed by warfare, he picked up arms once more, although his best days are long over. He still knows a thing or two about holding a shield wall. Okay, then. Do I pay the extra amount to get someone that could be potentially better? It does sound like the Disowned Noble will have better stats. Not to mention they've got what seems like better armor other than a head armor, which doesn't matter for us. Don't care for his weapons, however, which are going to add to the price, unfortunately. They are going to be level 2 immediately, which is nice to see. We, of course, also have this squire, and it's fairly cheap. The daily rate, however, is quite high. I mean, 23 daily rate. What have we got right now? Yeah, that's going to significantly draw from our income. Especially considering we're only going to have about 1,500 gold left after this. Let's go for it. I'm curious to see what they have. Ooh, okay, 60 melee skill is pretty good. We're going to equip you with a better shield, a better sword, and a better helmet. Now, unfortunately, your fatigue is a little bit bad right now because of all the extra gear. Your mail shirt as well is also going to be adding a significant amount of weight. However, I think it's probably worth keeping. The shield is better as well, which is nice to see. And you can level up again. So we're definitely going to increase your max fatigue. You also have two stars on that, which is quite nice. We will also go with extra melee defense or extra resolve. A resolve of 40 is pretty good. And you're going to be close enough to Usk. Probably should put Usk in the middle, just so it's sort of a good all-round aura of effect. I'm just sort of... I haven't got him in the middle because it's crossbows and then bow there. So it looks pretty okay. That's just what I'm saying. The +2 melee defense, definitely. The increase in health, something I kind of want to do. Some people will just get one shot in this game. It happens a lot. The +4 resolve without any stars on it, though, is also quite nice. Or the initiative increase. Quite like to have someone with 40 resolve. Otherwise, there's a few issues. We'll go for the initiative. I really need to find a list to tell me what I should really prioritize on certain builds. I mean, I want to sort of go for melee skill as well, but it's only +2 on a star, which means I'm probably going to get better melee skill upgrades later on. The +4 is quite okay with hit points, but I don't think that's going to make much of a difference. Let's go for initiative. And let's go for the student perk. There we are, quite nice. And then we'll probably end up picking up dodge. Okay, good. We have a full company right now, which is good to see. Do I just move Usk there and give Rod a crossbow? Him having a crossbow would probably make him better. I like the hunting bow, don't get me wrong. It's just at the same time, the crossbow can be very deadly. And the hunting bow sometimes just doesn't do anything. Damage, and no damage anyway. Okay, we'll leave that for now. What kind of quest are we looking for right here? Might be a questless episode. Let's see. Sorry for the under-advent, but the man on the edge. What's the pay? I'm thinking about payment task. 500 crowns advance, number 2010 when the job is done. This sounds like a bit of too much for me. I want a quieter episode, okay? I just had 3 episodes, all of them high octane, okay? I'm stressed out, to say the least. I need you to sit back and relax. We've got at least 5 days to sort of think about what we want to do with our lives. Do I make my way over to Schnellmark for the Dismal Woods? Ooh, it's a tough call to make. It really is. Anything could happen. Or I could just make my way around the outskirts and see what kind of jobs I have available. Maybe I'll do that. These lands here are going to have sort of significantly easier quests. We did see a footprint right there of some undead. Not to mention a battle site. Oh yeah, a few battles up here. Probably caravans just getting attacked. Maybe lords as well in their patrols. I think it's worth doing some trading. Have we got anything here? No. Tools aren't especially cheap either. We don't need any right now. Medical supplies are pretty dear as well. We'll leave it for now and keep walking. There's a large number of battle sites around here. Battle sites! Shingle humps. Shingle humps. Okay. What an interesting name for an area. Detective Shingle Humps here. Good. Good. Hello, Detective Shingle Humps. Some tracks right here. Ooh. Don't know how I feel about this. 10 of them. Depends how strong they are already. At this late in the game, though, 10 of them. Big group. Some of them might have very large leaders. Is that considered easy experience? I don't think it is. Like, these bastards can be really tough just out of nowhere. I mean, you can say that about anyone in the game. If you get a few bad rolls and they just get good rolls, you're gonna die. It doesn't matter how good you are. Hagamoose. Let's see what you have. Okay. The Fletcher, we could purchase a crossbow. I really want to get some of these heavy crossbows. They look very potent. I wonder if it has an increased range of 6 tiles. Same distance. Okay, then. We have a few quests right here. Let's see what the 2 skull quest is for No Noble. No Noble. No Russian. No Noble. Here we go. Gonna have some sort of revolution on our hands. What are we looking at? Not seeing hinters. Let's see. 1,710 crowns in the contract is done. I mean, more for this. So, defend Hagamoose and its outskirts from raiding parties. I don't know. It's not much money. But at the same time, we're going for an undead invasion. It's a bit of a problem. I'll need some time to think about this. We've just done a defend mission. I just want to go out and destroy some sites, to be honest. Kinda need the money, though, you could say. You could say I've got a bit of a money issue right now. Unfortunately, they did not want me to destroy this graveyard. I know there is a graveyard there. Ancestral burial grounds. I could make my way over to Schnellmark and check up on that instead. I think that's what I will do. We're going to have to decline, I'm afraid. I know there are other quests there, but it seems like every quest in this endgame crises is a little bit too much to handle. I'm sort of looking for easier quests so I can just gain a little bit of extra XP. Ooh, the undead. Many ancient legionaries and a few fallen heroes. Fuck that. It's a chase. I got him on the ropes. Ooh. It's quite a big chase, in fact. Can you go away, please? I don't want to deal with you right now. Alright, we're here at Schnellmark. Let's see. A kettle hat. Cloth rolls. Oh, nice. Another heater shield. I'm definitely going to buy that. Looks like we're about to get into a fight. We're going to give it to the new person as well. Just to give them a little bit more fatigue. Not to mention to defend them a little bit more. We just need to have one more heater shield. To be honest, we need 3 more heater shields. But it looks like we're about to go into combat. So yeah. I think we're going to end it here, ladies and gentlemen. I just want a comfortable, cozy episode. This is a comfortable, cozy episode, okay? I'm suffering from some level of stress from that last Streakmore fight, okay? I just need time to relax, zen my thoughts, focus a little bit more, just before we get into this, hopefully not outrageously terrible fight. So, for some reason, even though we did really well at Streakmore, I'm feeling really vulnerable right now. Then again, we're fully healed up. So yeah. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm not a coward. Follow me on Twitter for updates on my channel and Twitch for live streams. Until next time, I'm not a coward. Bye.